Look at your phone. Look at your router. Look at the servers hosting the very video you're watching right now. They all have one thing in common, and it's not a burning desire to harvest your personal data. It's Linux, the operating system that powers the Mars Rover, the Large Hadron Collider, and probably that weird smart toaster you bought on Amazon. It is the undisputed king of the computing universe. Yet, if you ask the average PC gamer to install it, they look at you like you just asked them to defuse a bomb using only a toothpick. Today, we are diving into why Linux is so aggressively OP, why the terminal is basically a magic wand for nerds, and why using it makes you feel like a hacker god, right up until you accidentally delete your entire boot drive. To understand why Linux is the ultimate flex, we have to go back to 1991. A Finnish computer science student named Linus Torvalds was annoyed. He wanted to use a Unix-like operating system on his personal computer, but the existing options were either too expensive or too restrictive. So, instead of touching grass, he just casually wrote his own operating system kernel from scratch and gave it away for free on the internet. That's the equivalent of building a functioning Ferrari in your garage and tossing the keys to anyone walking by. Fast forward to today, and that little hobby project has completely monopolized enterprise computing, while Microsoft is busy trying to force Candy Crush into your start menu, and Apple is charging you a kidney for an extra 8 gigabytes of RAM. Linux is sitting in the corner, completely free, highly secure, and endlessly customizable. It doesn't treat you like a toddler in a padded room. It treats you like an adult operating heavy machinery. If you want to replace your entire graphical interface with a tiling window manager, you can. And if you want to run a command that permanently deletes every single file on your computer without a single warning prompt, Linux will nuke itself into oblivion. But Linux isn't actually an operating system. Cue the angry nerds in the comments. It's just the kernel, the core engine that talks to the hardware. To actually use it, you need a distribution, or a distro. And picking a distro is like choosing a character class in an RPG. You have Ubuntu, the trusty golden retriever of the Linux world. It's user-friendly, well-supported, and perfect for people who just want their Wi-Fi to work. Then you have Debian, the ancient, unkillable grandfather that values stability above all else. If you install Debian on a server today, it will probably outlive you. But then you have Arch Linux. Arch is for the absolute sociopaths of the programming world. It comes with nothing, no graphical interface, no web browser, just a blinking cursor and a challenge. Setting up Arch is basically a rite of passage, and the reward is that you are legally required to tell everyone you meet that you use Arch, by the way. The true power of Linux, regardless of your distro, lies in the terminal. On Windows, when something breaks, you click a troubleshooting button that thinks for 5 minutes and then tells you it has no idea what's wrong. On Linux, you are the troubleshooter. You type cryptic incantations into the command line, stringing together bizarrely named tools like grep, awk, and sed to bend the machine to your exact will. You manage your software not through a clunky app store, but through package managers that can update your entire system and all your apps with a single line of text in less time than it takes Windows to prepare to configure updates. It is a level of speed and efficiency that makes going back to a mainstream OS feel like running underwater. So, is Linux OP? Absolutely. It is the closest thing we have to true ownership in the digital age. It's an ecosystem built by developers, for developers, free from corporate tracking, forced updates, and planned obsolescence. It gives you the power to resurrect a 10-year-old laptop from the dead and make it run faster than a brand new Chromebook. Yes, there is a learning curve. Yes, you might spend 3 hours reading forum posts from 2012 just to get your Bluetooth headphones to pair. But the moment you finally understand how it all fits together, the moment you write your first bash script to automate a boring task, you realize you aren't just using a computer anymore, you're commanding it. And once you taste that kind of power, paying for an operating system just feels wrong.